Hey, it's Curious again. I'm just going to go ahead and ramble out a video because apparently that's the only way I talk and think is to sit there and yabber about things. And I was thinking about this thing about 5 feminist facts and stuff, and it's like, I can't quite get my mind around the feminist thing at all. I, so I could come out and say, "Oh, I'm for traditional gender roles," or "I'm for family values," or "I believe in conservatism," or "I'm just a misogynist that doesn't give a frack." But none of that's quite right because I've seen the people that are the traditional types, and I don't quite feel comfortable with that either. Uh, my whole thing is I'm the anti uh, progressive. You know, I'm the conservative atheist. I'm the guy who says there's an economy of diversity. I'm the guy that says special rights are not gay rights are not civil rights. I got a complete counter issue to all the counterculture things. I guess I love being a villain of the left. But that doesn't exactly make me a hero of the right either. Because, you know, I could knee jerk about, oh, Marxism, evil, but that's mostly watching 50 shows. The real problem with it is the road to serfdom. You know, a red and a pink coat will crash your economy. And you can rally all you want about capitalists and all this other stuff. If we're unless you want to go friggin' live like you do in South Korea or North Korea, where the factories lay bare and you have to go out and pick rice because the people leader needs you to while he's sitting there with a martini and friggin' Western posters and all that stuff, it just proves it doesn't work. But yet capitalism, although it does work internally, it's just totally freaking ravaging the planet. You know what I mean? Seems like the more you produce better conditions for people, the more people there are, the worse the conditions get. We're a species of lemmings, and we're never going to get ahead of ourselves to have anything decent. And we're learning to change the environment. So how can we have anything special? Now, if that's the case, if there's a tipping point to all our technology which was really a coalition of energy, because that's all technology really is, right? And that's all freaking you get from your standard. That's the only thing that gives you a good standard of living is technology, okay? All the things that people learned and died and struggled for and got burned on pyres and everything else. Kind of like the beginning of the Big Bang Theory, right? Well, we're here, and that's there. And the problem is that all these things, these rights you talk about, these special rights, about, the feminist problem, it's all about maintaining that standard of living. Everything is tied into the whole. And the problem is that nature has a blind way of dealing with that whole. And it's not good and evil so much as it's wax and wane. It's growth and decay. And there's only change in the middle. And it's what kind of change you want to have with it. So, if you want to talk about feminist and gender roles and all that stuff, you know what? I've seen two diametrically opposed camps in the feminist movement, and frankly, I think if you take some from one camp and some from the other, you've got right back to friggin' the old typical friggin' gender role. Okay, I'll take a side of friggin' sexy feminist over here, and I'll take a side of friggin' free feminist over here. Hey, and that means I get to check you out at the strip club while I'm friggin' telling you to friggin' do it yourself, you stupid skirt, And you could put them all back together and be the happy little misogynist you want to be. I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because you're right about language. It's pointless. You know, it's a cycle unto itself. There's no solution to the problem. The problem is not the whole. The problem is the self. And it's just, and when you keep hearing this freaking repetitive argument again and again and again, you know, why can't freaking, someone have what they want? You know what I mean? I think if we could create a language, if we could create little bridges from this feminist side to that feminist side to this side to that side, everyone could be kind of happy, I mean, all the people that are gender wonderland or defying gravity or whatever the hell they're doing out there in freako land, and freaking the people straights, I was thinking about that. You talk about gender roles. The biggest bashers of gay guys are like truck driver types, right? But they love their lesbians. So why don't y'all gays be bisexual? That way, freaking the big truck driver guy can have his fantasy and he'll be a lot more accepting of you. All gays should be bisexual. And then all men should be straight because gay guys are weird. And, and it's just like, there it is. You know what I mean? Closet the guys, out the girls, but make them all freaking where they like the guys. Yeah, right. And the ones that don't like, just fake it. And politely excuse themselves. And we can have a happy little freaking society. And that's the point of it, is to have a happy little society. All these freaking, I'm supposed to remember that I'm supposed to not objectify this person, but yet I can look at this person. Too many stepping stones for the caveman. Give me simple rule. Me want women. Me no want complicated. Huh? Show me. Just throw out the daisy chain for us out there, okay? And, and we'll be happy. You give us, reward, woman, yeah. Insert freaking politically correct line here. All we want. Piece of sorry. All we want is freaking pleasure in life. All anyone wants is pleasure in life. And why God, the heavens, the great spaghetti monster, or freaking Mother Nature, the fickle Gaia bitch, made us where we're so freaking incompatible, I think it's just to tear us down. That's simply it. We're just there at nature's freaking reap and sow, So take that with a grain of understanding and realize that freaking life is shit. Enjoy the freaking movement. That's all the movement is to me, is a friggin' thing that's just fouling us up again. Our own friggin' self-destruction rise to new levels of heightened friggin' incompetence. Or levels of destruction in our heights of creation. Our new levels of learning are just a new tipping point of us falling. Crumbling towers. I think I saw that on some tarot card once. That's all it freaking is tumbling towers. Just where you flip the card. Ooh, occultism. I used to do tarot cards. I don't believe it. I don't know. It's just stupid. I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. I don't care anymore. Just friggin' figure it out. Because I'm tired of hearing it.